Game 2 of the ALCS. Hembo just ran and grabbed himself a broom. You have predicted an ASTROS sweep, and so you have begun your obnoxiousness quickly here. Hembo, go ahead.
I also am a small enough man that if Nuno were here in studio today, knowing the possibility of that punch, I don't think I would have wielded the broom. It makes me feel much more comfortable that he's there and I'm here.
You might have wielded it as a defense. You might have used it. Might have used it to ward him off. But one way or another, after the umpire I know was the object of Nuno's ire in Game 1, last night it was the breeze with the roof being open last night, and that, Hembo, cost the Yankees a game-tying home run from Aaron Judge.
It's true. It's 100% true, and Aaron Boone, the Yankees manager, said as much. So in the 8th inning, Aaron Judge blasted the ball to right field, 345 feet it went, probably about 2 feet away from being a home run, and Aaron Boone after the game was not happy about the fact that it wasn't a home run.
I think, who'd have thought? I think the roof open kind of killed us. I didn't think like he smoked it like no doubter, but it felt like his homers to right.
So let's just be clear on what happened here and what did not, because immediately on Twitter you start hearing the conspiracy theories. So in much the same way that the Yankees, being the home team or being a contestant, a participant in Game 5 against the Guardians, had no say in whether that game got postponed to the following day. Major League Baseball takes over those decisions in the postseason. In exactly the same way, the Astros did not have control of the roof being open last night. I was amazed to hear, maybe I should have known this, but I didn't, that the roof was only open for one game all season long in Houston this year. But there are some ordinances locally that under certain weather conditions, they are obligated to have the roof open because it would have been cheaper to build a dome than it was to build a stadium with a retractable roof. And so in order to get any public money to build it, I didn't know any of this until I heard, I guess it was Brian Anderson saying it last night, whoever it was that was saying it on the telecast. I got to be honest, I did not know this, that in order to get the money somehow, there was some agreement that in certain weather conditions, the roof would have to be open. Last night met those conditions. So what was dictated, Nuno, was that the roof had to be open. It was only the second game all year that the game was played with the roof open in Houston, and it winds up costing your team a game-tying home run. Nuno, how do you feel about that this morning?
That's not even what bothers me, Greeny. And, like, Hembo, as much as he's a troll or just obnoxious, like, because you said starting to be obnoxious, I think you should just drop the starting part. It's the Aaron Boone. It's Brian Cashman. It's this. I knew this team wasn't going to win this, but the fact that they look so bad, they've struck out 30 times. There's no adjustments. Jessica Mendoza talked about today, like what frustrated on Get Up, what frustrated her the most. The fact that they were taking first pitch strikes down the middle and no one made any adjustments. It's that type of stuff. It's, you're lost. You're making these changes with the lineup because you're out of ideas. Like, that's what frustrates me the most about this.
For anyone who didn't see Get Up this morning, that's exactly what Jess said. That facing Framber Valdez last night, who's got as good a curveball as basically, can you give me numbers on this? Does he have the best curveball in baseball? If not, it's close.
He has the best curveball in baseball, and he induced 16 swings and misses with it last night.
But the game plan last night, for whatever reason, was he was throwing first pitch fastballs right down the middle almost every time, and the Yankees kept taking them. They're behind in the count. It felt like every single at bat last night, and then he comes with that nasty curveball, and the Yankees had no chance.
The Yankees saw 11 first pitches in the zone yesterday, and they swung at 3 of them. That kind of approach works in the regular season because what you want to do in the regular season is chase the starter. In the playoffs, you don't need to chase the starter because the Astros have 5 guys that can blow 100 in the back end of their bullpen. It's not like tiring the starting pitcher does you anything there. So I think that's the biggest problem with the Yankees. Nuno is right here. The Yankees can't hit a lick. They're 9 for 65 in the series. It's a 138 batting average, 30 strikeouts, 4 walks. Alan Hahn and I were texting about the Yankees lineup yesterday, this home run heaviness. And the way that I put it was, it's a great way to be good, but it's a bad way to be great. Over the course of 162 games, out-homering your opponent works. But as we've seen in this series, and as we've seen the Astros do for years, There is more than one way to skin a cat. The Yankees can beat you one way. The Astros can beat you any number of ways, and that's why they're going to sweep the Yankees in the series.
The road to the World Series goes through us at ESPN Radio. It's presented by AutoZone, ESPN Radio, and, of course, always available on the ESPN app. Did you get a little thrill out of texting with Alan Hahn last night? Like, did he initiate the texting or did you?
I initiated the texting, but I have to say, like, there's only a few people in my phone for whom, like, their headshot pops up, like, in their contact.
Yeah.
He's one of them. I really like that. Like, I get to see him each time.
You have the biggest man crush on Alan Hahn of any person I've ever seen.
He's a handsome, chiseled god.
He is.
And for some reason, he values my opinion on baseball, so we've been texting a lot.
Well, why did you text him in the first place?
We were just talking ball.
He wasn't on Get Up. Like, I don't understand. You just randomly reach out to Alan Hahn and just start
that's
talking?
what happened here. Yes.
And just start talking Yankee. Hey, Alan, it's Hembo.
Yes.
What do you think the Yankees are going to do tonight?
Yes.
Bubba, this is you are making the point exactly. Did you ever see?
Insane.
Bubba will know it. The Keith Hernandez episodes of Seinfeld, where Jerry just liked the idea of being friends with Keith Hernandez.
Is he going to help him move?
Alan Hahn is Hembo's Keith Hernandez. That's exactly what's going on here, and it's just that simple.
I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't watch TV shows, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the point of it is, now it arranges for, and this is what I meant in my tease when I said, tomorrow we get a moment in sports that absolutely had to happen. I will set the stage. Garrett Cole, once upon a time, pitched for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He was pretty good there. He went to Houston. He became great. He was absolutely a critical piece of that team becoming what they became, which is, I guess, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Are they approaching being a mini dynasty? Like, is this like a little dynastic era they have going here? They've been very good for several years now. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.